Happy morning everyone. I am SN Nirisha studying grade 11 in the Park Global Public School. Today I am here to narrate the story Birth written by A.J. Cronin. This story revolves around Mr. and Mrs. Morgan who have been happily married for the past 20 years, but this is the first time that they are expecting a baby. So this story also, the main character of the story is Dr. Andrew Manson. So let's start with the story. It is situated in the town Bringover. Dr. Manson arrives at the house of Mr. and Mrs. Morgan at around midnight. Everything is very dark and he is very silent. He arrives at the doorstep and sees Mr. Morgan pacing back and forth. He senses that the father is very tensed and does not know what to do. Mr. Morgan looks at Dr. Manson and goes, I will not come in, sir, but I trust that you will do the good thing. Dr. Andrew Manson goes inside the house and heads upwards. There he sees Mrs. Morgan, her mother, who is an old woman, grey-haired, very tall and is in her 70s. The midwife and a nurse are also present there. Mrs. Morgan's mother looks at the doctor and she says, "Doctor, please wait downstairs. I'll get you a cup of tea." This is the sign for Dr. Andrew Manson that Mrs. Morgan's mother does not want him to leave. She anticipates that he might leave unexpectedly, saying that he has some other work, leaving Mrs. Morgan unattended. So Mr. Andrew Manson goes down to the hall and sits in the sofa. In front of him is Mrs. Morgan's mother. There, Mr. Andrew Manson is dwelled in his thoughts. His thoughts are filled with his partner who had fought with him a few minutes ago. He sits there for a really long time and he forgets that Mrs. Morgan's mother is sitting in front of him. Mrs. Morgan's mother later tells him in a very serious tone that this is the first time they're expecting a baby who could be healthy and that the life of the baby is more important to them than Mrs. Morgan's. This is quite startling to the doctor, but he understands. Then after it's 2:15, he goes upstairs and sees the midwife. There, after 1 hour of work, finally the baby comes out. But oh my god, the baby is lifeless. It is so still. It seems like the baby has no bones, it's only limbs and he can't hear the heart beating. The baby's skin looks blanched. The doctor does not know what to do. He's panicking. But then he makes a decision purely out of impulse and instincts. And he places the baby down, hands it over to the nurse and goes and attends to Mrs. Morgan. He gives her the anesthesia which earlier Mrs. Morgan's mother told him not to do so since it might affect the baby. But he does because since he's a doctor and it's what his instincts are telling him. He gives Mrs. Morgan anesthesia, he gives her the right treatment in around 10 minutes and then goes to the baby. He is completely unaware of what he should do. He looks at the baby and suddenly, by some miracle, a thought flashes by his mind. He remembers a Samaritan treatment that he saw many months ago and asks the nurse to bring hot water, cold water and 2 tubs. The nurse rushes and brings 2 tubs of hot water and cold water. Then the doctor takes the baby, places it in the hot water, then the cold water. Hot water, cold water. Back and forth again and again, since he's so tired and his sleeves are drenched in water. For 15 minutes he does this and still there is no sense of life in the baby. Still he decides that he's not going to give up because he's a doctor and the baby's life is in his hands. Then he starts doing CPR to the baby. For almost 5 minutes he keeps pushing on the lungs of the baby after covering it in a blanket. After 5 minutes, finally, there is a movement under the baby's chest. And the nurse says, "Dear heavens, finally, the Lord has blessed us with a baby." During this time, the midwife and the nurse and the grandmother, they were all very tensed, but the doctor was not. He learned that in the chaos, he was the one who was supposed to stay calm and take the decision. And after that, after doing CPR for a few more minutes, the baby gives out its first cry. Wow, life, finally. And then he places the baby in the hands of the midwife and a nurse and he takes his coat, tells the nurse that he's going to come back for his bag later and goes downstairs. Downstairs he sees Mr. Morgan and he says, "They're both alright, sir. They're both good." Mr. Morgan thanks him and this is nearly at the break of dawn. So the doctor steps out of the house, he sees the laborers on the street, and the thought that comes to his mind is, finally, I've done something. Finally, I've done something real. And I think this is the feeling that everybody in any profession aspires to have, to make one small change in the world. And sometimes that requires a miracle. And if you ask me, a miracle is nothing but the mixture of man's wit, hard work, and just the right amount of luck. Thank you.